Station, WTIM.
It's the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You always do better with Landmark. People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. You'll find those streams online on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Safe Passage Taylorville is a program that helps you or anyone who's struggling with addiction or substance abuse to rehab their lives. And I have Taylorville Safe Passage co-coordinator Denise Evans in studio. Great to have you back here, Denise.
Hi.
Great to have you here. So give me a little bit of a status update. How's Taylorville Safe Passage doing since the last time we talked?
We're doing great. It never slows down. I have phone calls every single day, all night. I get texts. You can send me a message. We have a Facebook page, so I get messages off of there. But no, it never slows down. I don't think it ever will.
You're having a bit of a informational meeting Wednesday. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes. Wednesday night at the municipal building downstairs in the meeting room at 6:00. And it's for public. So we would like all the public to come. And it's informational. Chief Wheeler is going to give out a lot of information about bullying and substance abuse and what types of drugs do what, to the human body, and just a lot of information. I hope to have a few recovery clients there so they can maybe tell their stories or kind of tell the people, give them some more information about it.
And that's part of your public outreach sector of Taylorville Safe Passage. What's the significance of that public outreach?
Well, this year, I want to dedicate this year to public outreach, public awareness. Everyone needs to know about drug abuse and alcoholism. And I'm still surprised when I go out to different public functions that some people still have no idea what Safe Passage is. And here we're so busy in Taylorville, I just think everybody knows. So it's very important. It's very important. We have a lot of young kids getting into the drugs now. And so it's very important for the parents to see these maybe changes in their child and know what's going on with them. If you're out in public and you may run into someone, you kind of need to know if they're, having problems with addiction or what, just you need to be aware of your surroundings.
Who is this informational meeting for?
This informational is for the public. It's for everyone. Anyone that wants to come, anyone that wants to know more about substance abuse and what we do.
And so bullying, that's not something I initially expected for Chief Wheeler to cover at an informational meeting with Safe Passage, but it sounds like an also very important thing to talk about
very
too.
Important. Bullying a lot of times will start addiction. Not only on children, in adults, if you're bullied in a workplace or something like that. A lot of times we find that kids are being bullied in school. Okay, so then that kid that's being bullied, it gets upset, gets depressed, doesn't want to talk to anybody about it. So sometimes they go to using drugs.
Right. And I'd imagine a big part of that is the trauma of the experience that lingers with them.
Right. And it does. We go to visit schools and speak, mostly junior high and high school. And we always talk about bullying. And we usually have a few kids that will come to us after and talk about that. Either they've been bullied or they know their friends being bullied or, what else. So we try to help them.
Sounds like this is a really good meeting for parents to attend, especially.
Yes.
Because the focus on substance abuse and children.
Right.
And developing that as they progress.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, is there any reason for focusing on the kids now as opposed to some of the adults, or is it just kind of what you guys are planning for this month?
Oh, it's just what we're planning on now.
Okay.
But we are, like I said, I want to dedicate this year to public outreach, public awareness. So we are going to be having more informational meetings like this from time to time. Um, we are, I've been contacting a lot of schools in the area, in the county, and asking if we can come and speak to the kids, which has been very effective and very helpful.
I was going to ask if you've had the chance to visit any schools yet.
Yes, yes. We just went to Edinburgh School not too long ago. We're going to be going to Kincaid soon, and I've got a few other ones waiting to hear back.
What's the reception like among those kids? Sometimes I feel like if you go and talk to kids, they can be a little bit glassy eyed, like, okay, who's this person talking to
Oh,
me?
no,
But what
no.
have you seen?
They're very understanding, and they want to know. You can just see when you're looking out into the crowd of kids when you're speaking, um, you might be talking about bullying or, drugs in the family or whatever like that. And you'll see one kid maybe hug the next one, like, okay, it's okay, so that there's something going on. Or you might see just expressions on the kid's face, you know. And then after, we tell them that if they have any questions or if they want to talk to us for a minute, just to, when they're leaving, to stop. And we usually have a few that come. And one little boy told me, he said, well, I have, anyway, he had drugs in the family, but he didn't know who to talk to. And I asked him if he talked to the counselor, and he said, well, I really don't know what to say to her. So I got the counselor and the principal, and I said, if they go with you or if I go with you, will you go talk to him? And he said, yes. They just need a reassurance. They're afraid to bring it out and talk to someone about it. They don't know what to say. So this kind of opens it up a little bit, and it's really helped.
That's the other side of this, of presenting to kids in schools that you wouldn't necessarily think about, but
right,
does happen, and it's very important.
Quite a bit.
What's the reaction like if you've had a chance? I don't know if you've had it. So if you haven't had a chance, disregard the question. We can move on. But what's the reaction like among parents who their children have experienced this? Or I imagine they'd be pretty grateful.
They're very grateful. You get both ways.
Right.
You get either some parents have told me, well, we'll deal with this at home. That's usually not too good. And the reason being is because they don't want maybe their other family members to know, about the kids using drugs or pills or whatever, or they don't want their friends to know. And that's not good. That's something, that some people try to hide from, they don't want people to know that, their family's on drugs or whatever. But, it's a disease, so we cannot push it aside and just think it's going to get better.
I'd imagine the administrators are pretty welcoming to allow this.
And they are.
Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to say about public outreach here before we run into a quick timeout?
If anyone, if any principals, schools, whatever is listening, counselors, and you would like us to come speak, just call me. Any clubs or organizations around, we also visit, the clubs, organizations, whatever, and speak to them. That's outreach. Anything that you want us to come, and speak to you, we will. Just call us.
One more quick question. Do you have any idea of the theme for next month's meeting? Is similar kind of? Okay, no worries.
Yeah,
it's a long ways ahead.
That's a long ways.
You have one meeting already.
There's a lot in between there. Yeah.
Yeah, you already have one meeting ahead of you, and it's at 6 p.m. Wednesday in the Taylorville Municipal Building meeting room. Downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Okay,
so just go in on the end where you pay your water bill, and in the city part, you can either go down the steps. I'll have that open, or you can go inside and go down the elevator.
6 p.m. Wednesday, Taylorville Municipal Building, downstairs in the meeting room for the substance abuse awareness meeting, where our Chief Dwayne Wheeler will present and talk a little bit about bullying and substance abuse awareness. That's Taylorville Safe Passage co-coordinator Denise Evans here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from her after this short time out right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Taylorville Safe Passage in studio right now, updating you on all the things they have going on. Taylorville Safe Passage is for anyone experiencing alcoholism or substance abuse, or maybe they know someone experiencing alcoholism and substance abuse, and that's what Taylorville Safe Passage is here for. And I have co-coordinator Denise Evans. And Denise, what's going on here in the next little while? Obviously, you have your meeting in the Taylorville Municipal Building, 6 p.m. Wednesday, but a little bit further, not too much further, but what else do you have going on?
I'm always looking to open new safe passage programs in other towns and other police departments. So I had a call last week from Jacksonville Hospital, and they are very interested in having safe passage in Jacksonville. So I'm meeting with a couple of the people there that are getting that together, and they're going to come to my office and find out all about safe passage and how we can get it started over there.
Were you surprised at all to hear from Jacksonville?
Well, I don't know. I never thought about it. I mean, I just called different police departments or villages and to see, you know, maybe you're interested in it and we can come to speak with you and different things like that. But yeah, for a hospital to call. So I don't know exactly what their intentions are or how they're wanting to do
Mhm.
it, but yeah, that's great.
I would imagine too that they are going to be very as you've mentioned, a lot of the time it's a disease. And
Uh-huh.
so the health centric kind of approach, we got to find out, of course. But
Right.
anybody, so if somebody else wants to, by somebody, I mean a community or
Community.
organization wants to become part of Safe Passage.
Right. Just call. Either call the Taylorville City Police Department or call my number, which is 217-638-3247. I about forgot. Okay. So just give me a call. I also have a Safe Passage Facebook page.
Mm.
So you can always go on there and read about. I put everything on there, like when someone goes to rehab or if like this meeting's coming up or whatever. So
Website?
a lot of information. No,
No, just the Facebook
page.
Just the Facebook. Okay, no
Uh-huh.
worries. And you also, something that you might not know about Safe Passage, that it relies heavily on volunteers, specifically volunteer drivers, to
drivers.
take those
Mhm.
who need substance abuse recovery
Mhm.
to their required destination.
Right.
I'm sure you're always looking for
I'm
drivers.
always looking for drivers. What entails a driver is I will speak to you. You just have to have driver's license, of course, and car insurance. And when I have a client come in the office and get them there ready to go to rehab, then I will call you and ask if you might be able to drive them to wherever. If you can, that's great. Come in and meet them and go. Or if not, then that's fine. I'll go to the next person. We do give gift cards for gas for your, to help with that. But it is the drivers that I do have are very helpful. They really enjoy their time that they drive with
How,
people.
sorry to interrupt you. How would you characterize the need for drivers right now?
Very, very much. We had a lot of drivers before COVID, and then it kind of fizzled out. And then now I have a few, um, and I have a few that are retired.
Mm.
So they like to go to Florida or Texas or whatever, quite a bit for the winter months, especially. So right now we're shorthanded. And so either Debbie or I have to take time out of the office to drive, and then that takes us away from other clients.
Outside of the gas cards, which I'm sure are a big driver for a lot of people signing up to volunteer, why should I volunteer with Safe Passage, in your opinion? Why should I?
I think it gives the ones that have volunteered have told me that it gives them a good feeling to help. Maybe they've had someone in their family that has been addicted, and so it just is like a payback. It helps. Also, last Sunday, just the other day, the 8th, I think it was, we had a big 2-page article in the Breeze Courier. It was great. I do have to thank the reporter for that. She did a great job. We worked on it for a couple weeks. We had some recovery clients come into my office. She interviewed them. She interviewed Chief. She interviewed Brad Paisley, different ones, and it just tells a lot about Safe Passage. So, if you can get on the Breeze Courier website and read that, or if you have a paper from Sunday, it'd be great.
Running up against the clock here, Denise, anything else that you'd like to add before you go?
Just if you know someone that needs help, don't hesitate to call. My number is 217-638-3247, or call the Taylorville Police Department, and they will give me the message.
And also the reminder that 6 p.m. Wednesday, January 11th, there's a public meeting at the Taylorville Municipal Building meeting room where Chief Dwayne Wheeler will speak about and discuss substance abuse awareness. That's co-coordinator of Safe Passage, Denise Evans. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust. They put people first.
WTIM.